Dr. Zelenka. Roman. Dr. Roman? Doc? I don't even know what to call him anymore. Doctor... Roman?
Yes.
My next appointment with Dr. Roman is in my calendar, but I might as well double check while I'm here. Maybe I shouldn't be bothering him. My next appointment... When's our next session again?
Next Monday. At, let me check. Next Monday at 9. Is that still okay?
That's fine, thank you. Maybe I should... Do you have an appointment now?
No, I prefer some space between sessions. I don't like to rush. I prefer to sit and take notes afterwards.
So, what are you writing?
Well, just notes about what we talked about today. It's a way for me to remember and process our conversation.
Makes sense.
To be absolutely honest, I don't have another appointment for several hours. I like keeping my Mondays light.
Oh. Yeah, we could start later if you'd prefer.
No, this gets me out of bed in the morning. Without it, I just sleep in.
I don't know Dr. Zelenka, Roman, very well at all. I don't even know where he's from originally. Roman seems like an interesting person, and we've never really talked about anything other than me. This could be... I don't know. How long have you practiced in Europolis?
Oh, 4 years? No, 5. I graduated from Krakow in 2214 and worked 2 years in the Warsaw district before moving to Berlin.
And Propast?
I set up this practice 7 months ago.
Are you from the Prague district?
I'm originally from Poznan. My parents are of Polish descent. Not that that matters anymore. European is European. Yeah, you wouldn't know it talking to my father, though. He is a traditional nationalist. I think he secretly wishes for the downfall of Europolis and a return to the independent nation-states. Was there anything else?
Right. So, what do you get up to when you're not, you know, this?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry if this is getting too personal.
No. I was just trying to think about how to answer that. I don't really do things. When I'm not working, I think about work. Or I write about work, or I read about work.
Oh. And how does, your wife feel about that?
I'm not married. I live by myself. Which has advantages and disadvantages. Mostly, in my case, disadvantages. I'm not good at taking care of myself.
Really? Huh. So, Roman is single and spends too much time by himself. He could really do with a social life.
Considering we're trying to get more friends.
You should get out more. Think about something other than work.
What did you have in mind?
I'm not the best person to ask. I'm, a homebody.
Sounds like we both should get out more.
We should. I mean, you should, and so should I. Also.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So cute.
I'm not quite sure where this conversation is going. It's very confusing. I should probably just cut it short, but I'm also curious. Cat, meet curiosity. Hello, curiosity. Ah, I feel horrible about the direction this conversation's been taking. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Flirting with my therapist.
Let's see where this is going.
I'm not... So,
You could show me what I'm missing out on sometime.
Oh. Yeah, I can do that. That is a thing I can do.
Of course, it would have to wait until we're done with your therapy. You're a patient, and that's, you know.
Right. Yes. Of course. That line of patient and doctor, that line.
Yes. Good. I'll look forward to that. I should finish, noting these notes before, well, you know, I forget everything we talked about.
Noted? No, that would be a bad thing. really.
Well, what do you know?
Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science fiction, unfortunately. I see... No, I really shouldn't. It's a trap. A psychological trap. Is that a dragon? Well, it looks like a dragon. What does that mean? What does that say about me? That I'm, into dragons? Dragons are cool. I could stare at that for hours and then I really would go insane. It's on shrink stuff. Shrinky books.
Shrinky books.
No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. Would feel like a dork. No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. If I drink more of that awful synthetic coffee at this point, I'll really need therapy. Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science fiction, unfortunately. I see... No, I really shouldn't. It's a trap. A psychological trap. No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. I could take a nap and wake up with the doctor leaning over me and... No, stop it! Stupid authority figure sexual fantasy. Time to leave. If that's real wood, it must have cost a fortune. It looks real. Not the sort of thing you'd expect to find in a therapist's office. I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. I wonder if he has a pet one at home. I always wanted a pet cephalopod. They're the best. I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. Knock on wood. I don't often get to do that with real wood. IKEA's plastique just doesn't cut it, knock-wise.
Well, it's nice to see IKEA is still on point.
That's my file. I feel an almost irresistible urge to peek. Oh, nothing at all. A bunch of personal information I had to fill in for my first appointment. And now I feel really guilty for peeking. Boo. I don't know what I was hoping for. A she's real cute note in the margins?
Let's get going, I guess. Oh, love these sort of games. All the details. They make me happy. I was gonna check how much time I've spent, but I have no idea because my phone isn't here. Oh, never mind. Whatever. I'll just keep on playing. This place is so cyberpunk. The high in the sky is watching. Oh yeah.
What do you mean I need a permit? I have a permit. I paid a fucking fortune for this permit.
Your permit is no longer valid. You'll need to have it renewed. You have 24 hours to comply.
Fuck off. You have 24 hours to comply.
Well, that makes absolutely no sense. If you do not comply, you will be detained and your food cart confiscated.
If you so much as touch Carl, I will cut off your testicles and make a kebab.
Threats are counterproductive and punishable by law. You have 20...
How does it feel working for a fascist fucking regime, trampling all over the working people?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, great health coverage, no overtime, pays decent. 24 hours.
Hey,
Hey, where are you?
just leaving therapy on my way to the shop. What's up?
Neck deep. Would I be a bad boyfriend if I asked you to stop by that place with the, crazy person and the good food?
Nela bites? Sure. And lazy, not bad.
What?
Not bad boyfriend, lazy boyfriend. What do you want?
Your pick. Nothing...
Exotic. Affirmative. I'll stop by Nela's right now. I should be at your office in 15?
Thanks. You're the best.
I am. See you soon. Building the new Europe? Because that went well. That boundless optimism was swiftly crushed by reality. I know they're supposed to project positive vibes, but I find those billboards super creepy. Nela. Street chef, Marxist, spark plug, and friend of mine. I do love her, in smaller doses.
Did you see that?
I can't believe the eye is harassing Nela. She sells food. It's not like she's doing anything illegal. Is she? What was all that about?
Fucking eye. Making up shit so that they can harass anyone who doesn't toe the line. Now I'm going to waste a whole afternoon standing in line at the district office for a permit I don't fucking need. Never mind that this is just a tip of the garbage heap. They're restricting transit between sectors, adding more security to all the metro stations and ports, requiring paperwork for anything beyond local lines. I mean, what the fuck? I knew Parliament was tight with the Syndicate, but this is Chongo, man. They're planning something. Probably going to hunt down and arrest revolutionaries next. That's me fucked then.
I'm sure you're
Word is they rounded up all the European Liberty folks in the Berlin district last week, detained them on suspicion of terrorism. Terrorism! For speaking their minds! And okay, for releasing clouds of biograffiti. I know that clique, they're harmless. It was just a call to action. That's fucking terrorism now.
scary.
Scary. That's exactly what it is. And your candidate isn't going to change anything for the better.
Maybe not. But Uminska won't change anything for the worse either. Unlike Konstantin Wolf.
Kaiser Konstantin. Puta! If that Schwein gets elected, I'm moving to Paris.
They'd never let you in.
One of the conglomerate city-states of North America, then. Newport, the fucking Republic of Los Angeles, hell, even Bostonia. Anywhere but Kaiser's Europe.
That's why Leia Uminska is the best choice. No one's going to put the Marxists in office, Nela. At least my candidate has a fighting chance. And she is a socialist.
She's a moderate, Zoe. A moderate! What's the point in that? Moderation is just another word for compromise. Anyway, what are you having?
Having?
Lunch, Zozo. For your chorbo. Listen, I have a new supplier for pork wurst, the collective down on Caprova. Organic meat, the real deal, none of that vat-grown slop. Don't know how they do it. Connections on high, plenty of mouses swapping hands, but they're legal, I think.
The pork sausages sound delicious, but Reza plays it safe when it comes to food. Europolitan through and through. No tolerance for organic meats. I'm working on it, but baby steps. The pork sausages sound totally delicious. I'm not sure Reza will agree, but he needs to be more adventurous when it comes to his diet. Let's live dangerously. The pork sausages sound perfect.
Dobra, coming up. You should join the protest this afternoon. We're marching on the sector office.
I think it would take a lot more than a political rally for Mira to give me time off. I'm gonna have to pass.
Smart girl. We'll probably get beaten by the bulla and tossed in the zona. Just another fucking Monday in Propast. Here you go.
Thanks, Nela.
If you reconsider, we'll head out around noon. Time to let those cunts know we're watching the Watchmen. Weren't you in a rush?
I never see an actual, real organic meat is almost impossible to come by. Where did you say those sausages came from again?
The collective. They have a storefront on Caprova right next to the metro entrance. They don't make a big number of it.
But organic meat? Are you sure they're legal?
Did you taste them? They're divine. They taste like freedom and democracy, like meat's supposed to taste. How meat tasted before they started growing it all in vats.
They slaughter animals to get that meat.
Animals, Zoe. animals. They get to be alive for a glorious moment. They get to be food. Circle of life, I'd say.
You're a very odd person. I never see a lot of customers here. How's Nela Bites doing?
It's got bite, man. Paletti, that's what that means. Doing good.
It must be expensive to rent a spot up here.
You wouldn't believe it, but I'm super bon. Totally fine.
It's just that I never see a line.
There are other ways of being fine. Fried cheese ain't all I'm selling, Zozo.
Oh.
Anda, idiota. Not drugs or guns or my body. I just mean there's more to it than the food cart. I'm also selling idealism and social engagement.
How do you profit from that?
There are ways. I may be Marxist, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in a free market economy. You know what I mean.
Enjoy.
I always do, Zozo. Bye!
The best food in Propast comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest. Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook. Ever. Oh, except when Reza cooks. I'm fine with him cooking. An interactive tourist map of Propast. Super useful. Billions of people use the Dream Machine. I find that hard to comprehend. 1 in 5 people access Dream Time at least once a week. Madness. Those ad bots are all over the place. Sometimes I think they target me specifically just to fuck with me. Before the soda wars, there were a lot more soft drink flavors. I wouldn't know. I grew up with bingo. I'm a Bing girl. Bing girl? Whatever. The street food here is really, really good and smells absolutely delicious.
It's between Wolf and Ominska, isn't it? Gross and Rebus are not even competing.
Yeah, the Alliance is screwed up too often, and Manifesto never stood a chance. Dawn is the only sensible alternative.
You mean Unity, of course. Not Dawn. You said Dawn, but you meant Unity. Right?
I'm voting Wolf.
You're what? Are you Chango Dupa? He's a fascist chauvinist pig.
What about Leah Ominska? She's a Sozi Zika. She's weak and she's soft. With her in charge, the walls are coming down and the barbarians...
That's so racist.
Telling the truth is being a racist now. Face it, we don't have room for more immigrants. It's time we focus on rebuilding what Europolis is all about. Europe.
It's like I don't know you anymore. I'm sorry, do you mind?
See what I mean? Immigrants everywhere.
After they dominated the soda wars, bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And by show, I mean fizzy drink. After they dominated the soda wars, bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents. It's warm and tingly. Odd.
Basically, Journal is just saying that we need to focus on the eye thing. Don't want to live in a police state. Is there, completely forgot to check if there's actually a map button.
There's absolutely nothing I would want in there.
Rent a lab.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine...
Do you really have to call him that? It's so derogatory. Constantine Wolf doesn't go around calling your candidate names.
No? Have you seen the graffiti?
Dieter
I don't
Gross.
think Wolf has the time to walk around with
Dependable,
a spray can.
conservative,
His
boring
fascio
old
army
white
does.
dude.
They're everywhere at
The
sea.
Alliance is not
Who
going
do
to
you
win.
think is behind
They
the
spent the last
checkpoints
7
at the
years
Ibox?
running Europolis into the
The
ground.
Syndicate,
And who's behind the Syndicate?
the corporations.
Kaiser
European Dawn wants to
Constantine
free
and
us from
European
corporate
Dawn.
rule.
Fascists, isolationists, populists. If they win, Europolis is, well, bollocked.
Well, that's interesting. That's cute. Biology. Let's rent a lab down here. That's not where I want to go, though.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine...
Do you really have to call him that?
So I says to him, I says, you can't pass through here, Bruder. You need to turn back and head home.
So, what did he do?
He turned back and headed home.
Well, that's it. That's your story.
Hey, look, a day without excitement is a good day in my book.
Well, fair enough.
I'm a bit creeped out by the talking bins. Why do they talk? What shadowy masters do they serve? Talking, walking, incinerating garbage
We're
bins.
supposed to be staying here.
Granted, I haven't
In
seen
Propast?
them walking,
I
but I'm
dunno,
sure
Bruder.
they do. Late at
Permanent, I
night,
think.
when no one's looking.
I don't feel welcome. The locals don't appreciate what we're doing, keeping them safe and all.
I'm not into Grand Theft Auto or spending the next 10 years in a labor camp. Nela claims those towers release chemicals that keep the populace subdued and compliant, but her argument is self-defeating. She breathes the same air and she is not compliant. She looks familiar. Do I know her? Sure I know her from somewhere. I've seen her before. She's... nope, can't place her. I've seen her before. She's... nope, can't place her.
I do wonder.
Sunshine Plaza by OCG. Original consumer goods.
Hey,
Bringing sunshine
I
into
know,
your
I'm on
life.
my way, honest.
With my lunch?
Of course. Pff, who do you take me for, Miss Distracted?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly who I take you for.
Oh, ye of little faith. 5 minutes, tops.
Right. And you do know where the office is, right?
I'm bad with directions, granted, but, you know, come on.
Alright, just checking. Keep the river on your left and you'll find it eventually.
Oh, go away. Oh, and see you soon. Eyes
Sunshine
everywhere.
Plaza by OCG.
Never seen so
Original
many of them out on
consumer
the streets.
goods. Making your life
The
a
eye.
little brighter.
Keeping Propast safe, or, you know, under constant surveillance. Those ads, for some reason, give me goosebumps, the icky kind. And get my hand chewed off? No chance. I'll be tossing my garbage in the gutter like a normal person.
Original consumer goods. Rebuilding
I
the
think
New
those are
Europe
meant to
one
represent
Sunday
reaching
at a
for the
time.
sun, or maybe playing basketball? One of the two.
Well, I did find the river.
There are so many dream junkies around.
The city should do something. It's unseemly.
What they should do is ban dream machines.
Seriously?
The only way to
Because
help
some
dream
people
junkies
can't
is to
moderate their
forcibly
dream time.
disconnect them and put them in
Because
rehab.
it can't be healthy.
But who's going to pay
Just
for
look
that?
around. They're
Not
addicts.
Roticorp.
And not just the dream junkies, but regular people. I have friends who...
I really don't think the government has any right to interfere. Let the market decide. If the dream machines are bad for you, we'll find out sooner or later.
I don't know if they should stop selling
Later
dream
might be
machines
too
altogether,
late.
but
They
more
should
and
do
more people are
studies,
getting
and
addicted.
until they know more,
Something must be
restrict
done.
sales to...
I can't believe you're advocating censorship. I use the Dreamer every day, and look at me. I'm doing perfectly fine.
Flying, but I'm floating.
Perfectly fine.
I'm living the dream.
I think just disconnecting
sorry,
them from the
who are
dream
you?
machine could be
Can we
dangerous.
have some privacy,
And
please?
I'd probably get beaten up for trying to help. The best food in Propast comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest. Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook. Ever. Oh, except when Reza cooks. I'm fine with him cooking.
You know, you don't have to stop here. I don't have anything to contribute. Look, I wish I had more to contribute, but I don't. I'm window dressing. It's not like I made the decision to be here, or that you made a conscious choice to meet me. It's just, you know, random. I feel so small and useless.
Well,
Just some guy. I knew you wouldn't buy anything. I never did.
Panel closed. Closed panel. Hello? Hi, wrong address?
Can't talk to you.
Who am I visiting? No one. That's who I'm visiting.
The Abyss Bomb.
I don't know. I'm not really into the whole revere couture thing. I dream my own dreams, or grab whatever's in the top 10 user-created dreams on DreamNet. Why pay?
DreamNet? I don't trust those third-party services.
I'm a
It's my dream machine, that's it. I'm free to do whatever I want with it.
Well, if it ain't my favorite cowgirl. Can I point you in the direction of something, darling?
Reza's...
Let
Show
them
me
try and
Krista
pry
Vista,
that thing
please.
out of my hands,
The
that's
Pomatnik
it.
collapse.
I paid Moza for
Planning
the
on a
dream.
trip down the
It's
river?
in my home.
You
It's
got
mine
it,
to do
cowgirl.
whatever I want.
Propast box coming
I'm with
right
you,
up.
Sergey.
Don't be a stranger
I'm not
now,
going to
you
risk
hear?
frying my brain with unlicensed
Wow.
dreams.
Looks like he's in charge of the ferry. The ferryman, I guess.
Europe needs compassion. Europe needs change.
The cityscape is kind of awesome, though. Must admit.
They're really pushing the new Bingo Dreamer fizzy drink. Anything Dream Machine related is a big seller these days. Eye officers, employed by the syndicate, which works for the corporations. And around it goes.
Trying to make sense of it all. Everything just seems so banal. But there's no need to stay up and ponder. Get out there before it's all gone.
That's amazing.
I know it's not that easy. Such a mind fuck. Oh, believe me, I'm
A dream junkie, addicted to dream time. They're all over the place. Eyes everywhere. I've never seen so many of them out on the streets. The Eye. Keeping Propast safe, or Uminska's face is plastered all over the city. Unity's making a major push before the elections. I really do think that we, stand a decent chance.
Homeboy's here to help you find your way in Propast.
Some people.
You know, she gets a lot on me header, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting manifesto this election.
That's the Hand That Feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance.
So let's go talk to Reza, I guess. After having flirted with my psychiatrist. Okay, that's fine.
The the boyfriend, working hard to save the world, one story at a time. Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully, and I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best.